Triple D, back with another Minecraft video. Now this is a update video, as you can see by the title, and it is for Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.9.0, which has been submitted to Apple and should be out within the next week on iOS and Android and Amazon and all that good stuff. Now I'm actually recording this as a post audio because I was an idiot and forgot to turn on my mic when I was actually recording this video, so I'm just going to be talking over this entire video, but it will still be very informational. Maybe not as funny, because there were some funny moments on here, but you know, it's gonna have to work. So I'm not sure what I was doing right here, but yeah, it's everything. Yes. Okay, should be going on to the next segment now. So first, I am going to be showing you something else before I get into the blocks, because this video is going to be cut into separate, different sections for this video. So here I'm standing next to a crafting table and a chest, and that is because I'm going to be showing you, well, not necessarily showing you since this is on the computer edition, and here I'm just demonstrating that Pocket Edition has a new crafting interface where you can actually see what you're crafting. You still have to you still have to like click to get it, like you don't actually shape the recipe, but at least you can see what's going on, so that's sort of cool. It's bringing it a bit closer to Minecraft PC Edition, but not exactly. So now I'm actually going into the block section of this video, and so first here we have a mob spawner. Now this is just, it does what it says, it spawns mobs, and you can find them in dungeons, which is a new generated structure in Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.9.0. And right now, I'm just spawning pigs, but I might open this chest here in a couple of seconds, and see, here's some spawn eggs. You can't do this in the computer, but in Pocket Edition, if you click on the spawner with a spawn egg, it'll change it. So right now it's a pig, but if I were to click on it with a mushroom spawn egg, it would change into a mushroom spawner, so that is pretty cool. So those are the mob spawners. Next here is the stained clay, and basically you get stained clay from hardened clay. Here I'm just killing the pigs because they're getting in the way, but it's basically like wool, where it's 16 different colors, except it has more of a flat texture and has more dull of colors. And if I open this chest here, you'll see you get it by 8 hardened clay with the color of your choice in the middle, and you'll get 8 of that colored stained clay. And I'm pretty sure that just covers it for the hardened and stained clay. And then next we will go over here to the endstone. Now endstone is a new block added in 9.0 that is more cosmetic, because you can't really actually get in survival. And then here's the end portal frames. You can't use them to get to the end, but they will be found in strongholds, which you will see later. And next I will go on to the emeralds, but I was just walking in circles there. So here's the emeralds, emerald ore, emerald blocks, and they're a new ore. You can't really do anything with them because there's no beacons, you can't trade with villagers, so they're sort of just there for if you want to make pretty blocks. And so the crafting recipe, if I go into this chest here, to make the blocks is just 9 emeralds in the crafting grid, and you can also just reverse that to get 9 emeralds, just like any other ore block. Here's red sand. It's literally sand, but it's red. It is found in the mesa biome, and yeah, it falls like regular sand, as you can see there, and yeah, it's red sand. Like, there's not much else to say about it. Moving on over here, we got mycelium and giant mushrooms. Mycelium and giant mushrooms, or well, mycelium's only found in mushroom island biomes, but giant mushrooms are also found in roofed forests. And so yeah, to get giant mushrooms, you take the small mushrooms, like as you can see here, and use bone meal on them, and you'll get the giant mushrooms. And if you break the blocks, you'll get the mushrooms of the corresponding color, which yeah, you can see there. So that's mycelium, and giant mushrooms are pretty cool. You'll see them later as well. Here's some other blocks. This is podzol and packed ice. Podzol is found in the mega taiga, while packed ice is found in ice spikes biomes. And they're also just cosmetic blocks. They don't have any functionality other than looking cool. And so yeah, those are those 2 blocks, as you can see there. So to the right, we have some I'm not going to get to a bit later, but here I actually had to change my Minecraft to 1.8 for this, but these are the new stone variant blocks. So yes, we got granite, we got diorite, granite, diorite, andesite. Had to line myself up with the video. So there are new things you can find underground, but you can also craft them for some reason. So here I'm going to open this chest, but you're not going to get to that. You craft diorite with 2 cobblestone and 2 quartz, and it will get you 2 diorite blocks there if you don't want to find them underground. And to get the granite here, all you need is 1 diorite and 1 nether quartz, and that'll get you 1. And here it started to rain, so I just cleared that up. And if you put a diorite with cobblestone, you get 2 andesite. And there, as you can see here, there's also polished variants if you want it to look more pretty. And here in this chest, I'm demonstrating that to get the polished variants, you just put them in a stone color 4x4, or stone cutter 4x4, and you get 4 of the polished things. Now we're moving on to the different kind of trees. So this first one here is a I just like to call it a mega spruce tree. It is a spruce tree, except it's really giant and it's 4x4. They are found in the mega taiga biomes. They're pretty cool. You get them by bone mealing 4 spruce saplings in a row. And there's not much else to say other than it's a giant spruce tree. Here's a jungle tree, which we had the blocks for, but we couldn't actually grow before. But now they're in the game in the jungle biomes, so that's always nice. You can climb up them on the vines, and yeah, you find those in jungle biomes. Here's the dark oak. This is one of the new trees. It uses the new dark oak wood. They're found in roofed forests and stuff. And here you can see the dark oak wood. Of course, you can craft it into plank, stairs, and slabs, as you can see here. And going on to the other new tree, which is acacia, the cool gray and orange one, you find them in savanna biomes, and you get the new acacia wood, which is orange, and you can do the same thing you can do with dark oak. So here I'm just demonstrating how you craft the stuff if you don't know. One log gets you 4 planks, 3 planks gets you some slabs, and then 6 planks get you stairs. Man, all this talking. Okay, well, I can take a break since I'm just sending this to daytime here. And then here's another tweak they added in 9.0. If you go and you look at the top of the different wood blocks, they actually look different instead of them all having the oak wood texture. So that is a pretty cool needed change. So yes, that is that. So I'm pretty sure that covered it from this side, so now I'm going back over to the right here where you can see the agriculture. So there's all the fancy flowers as you can see there, but here's the new saplings that they added. We got the acacia, we got the dark oak, and we got the jungle. So yeah, they're used to grow the trees that I just showed you over there, and here I'm just demonstrating that to grow the giant spruce, the jungle, and the dark oak, in order to do that, you are just going to need 4 of a sapling, not acacia, because acacia doesn't have that functionality, but dark oak. If you put them in a square like that and then bone meal them, you will get a big tree. So yes. Here's the new flowers. Let me name them off here. We got the poppy, the blue orchid. This is like the allium or something like that. That's the azure bluette. We got 4 different kind of tulips, though. Then we got the oxeye daisy, lilac, rosebush, peony, double tall grass, large fern, and sunflowers. And sunflowers will always be facing east, as you can see here. I'm just gonna be looking in that direction. Hold on, let me check my Audacity to see if I'm actually still recording, and I am. That's great. So here is the lily pads. You can just place them on water, and you can walk over them for bridges, easy bridges. Not pretty, but, you know, they're really fun, I guess, in a way. Here's vines, you know, I think this is Shetson is stressed out, but you should know how vines work. You can place them on the side of blocks and climb up them as if they were ladders. So, yes, here we got some cocoa pods, which you can plant on jungle wood. And you can find them in jungle biomes, of course, and you can use these new cocoa beans that you get from the pods to make cookies, which, if you combine them with 2 wheat, you get 8 cookies, and that's a new food that was sort of secretly added in 9.0. They didn't put it in the changelog, but it's always nice to have, so you can be a really fat person eating cookies all the time. And then also you can find saddles in mob dungeons, but since horses and carrots on a stick are not implemented, you can't actually use them, so you can get them, but you can't use them. Now I'm going to be moving on to the mob section, I believe, so it's going to cut to that right now. So, here's a villager that decided to walk into the house, so, I was about to kill it, but then I realized, wait, this is actually one of the new mobs. So, this is a villager right here. You can find them in villages. They look like Squidward, and, yeah, they make those little noises, and I'm actually gonna turn up the volume, I think, here. So I'm actually gonna turn down the volume on my computer, because that's gonna be pretty loud. They come in different variants, those villagers do. They come in things such as librarians, priests, farmers, blacksmiths, butchers, And yeah, their mob AI is actually degraded, so you can't trade with them, they can't open doors, they walk away from the village. They're pretty stupid, but they're there to just occupy the village and do whatever villagers do. So here, I think this is the part where I was actually talking about all that stuff, and so you're just gonna enjoy this villager's face for a couple more seconds until I decide to kill it. I don't think there's anything else interesting about villagers, so there we go. It's dead, and I'm now turning on the thing, the volume, so you can hear some actual stuff going on. And then I decide to clear the weather and turn it back down again because I realized I turned it up way too loud. Okay, so the next mob that is added into the 0.9.0 update for Minecraft Pocket Edition is... and I'm pretty sure it's the mushroom is what I spawn next, which is one of my favorite mobs. Actually, my favorite mob in the game, period. So, here is a, well, I just threw a villager egg on the ground. Not sure why, but here I have a mushroom egg. So that is a mushroom. You can find them in mushroom biomes, or mushroom islands, as they're naturally called. I just tend to call them mushroom biomes because, you know, mushrooms. And, yeah. They're cows, except they're red and they have mushrooms. And as you can see here, I'm going to go grab a bowl from the creative inventory. You can actually click on it with the bowl to get infinite mushroom soup. So if you have one, that's a really good food source. And you can also shear the mushroom to shave off its mushrooms, and it becomes a regular cow. And it does work in Pocket Edition too. I've tested a lot of this stuff out. So there, I just killed that cow. I got some mushrooms. You can just throw this stuff on the ground, why not? Next mob that they add into the game is the wonderful, dunderful slime, which is easy right there. That's a tiny one, and that is a big one. So the big ones can be broken apart into smaller slimes. Oh, by the way, these slimes are found in swamps if you're in survival, or you can just spawn them in creative. And yeah, slimes are pretty cool. They don't really have much use since slime balls are not implemented into the game yet, but yeah, they're fun to play around with. And if you're near a swamp, then I don't know, you can just go out at night and play with the slimes, why not? Even though they are hostile, they're one of the least hostile mobs, I think. Not like they'll still hurt you, but they're not as menacing. Here's a silverfish. These are just these little annoying bug things that are in strongholds by silverfish spawners, or I'm pretty sure there's silverfish like monster spawn eggs or whatever. Like the cobblestone is disguised as spawning. It's weird. So yeah, those are silverfish. There's not much to say about them, honestly. Now, one of the mobs that everybody will be familiar with, even if you've not played PC Edition, is the Enderman. These guys are 3 blocks high, and can teleport around. They don't really do much in Pocket Edition as of yet. They just sort of do what Endermans do. They can't drop Ender Pearls because those aren't implemented into Pocket Edition yet. But that's an Enderman. It's just sort of chilling there, like, what's up? Now I decided to actually kill it. So there we go. If you look at it, like Spike, but if you look at it, it'll teleport away usually, and I can't throw that Ender Pearl there. I don't know why, but I believe that only leaves one last mob, which is everybody's favorite mobs, it seems. At least that's what I've seen in the Google Plus community, is the wolf. Everybody loves wolves, and they are these tameable animals that you can find in taiga biomes, and I think forests, but I've mainly seen them in taigas. So if you spawn one, you're gonna need a bone to tame it. So you walk up to it, and you click on it with a bone, and in Pocket Edition there will be a little interact button that will say tame. You just click the tame button, and then this wolf will be beautifully tamed like so. And it'll get a collar and stuff. And if your wolf ever gets hurt in battle, because it will attack mobs for you, and you can make it sit and stay, and it'll follow you around, attack mobs, whatnot. If it gets hurt in battle, as you'll see, I'll start punching it right here, like this, with that beef that I have in my hand. You can actually feed it the beef, and yeah, once you feed it the beef, its tail will go up and it'll be healed and stuff. And there, I just punched out a window, but it lived, as you can see later, after I look at all the separate biomes, which I think I go into next. No, right now I go into generated structures. So right here is a village, which I'm conveniently in. As you can see, there's houses everywhere, there's farms, there's villagers. Villagers aren't that smart in Pocket Edition, like they don't actually plant the stuff, but here's a blacksmith shop you can find in villages. It has chests that contain random things, such as ink sacks, but I'll get to that later. And yeah, so those are villages. Like, they're literally just houses and villagers, and that's it in Pocket Edition. Like, there's nothing fancy going for them, but they're cool nonetheless. So next, I will be looking at some more generated structures here in just a second. So I will actually switch into a non-flat world, which are added into Pocket Edition 9.0, by the way. So here we got an abandoned mine shaft. Now these things you can find in caves, but caves are also in Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.9.0. I keep saying that way too much, the whole name, but whatever, I'm just getting the point across. And this is a ravine, which are not in the update, but caves are, and they're basically these, but a bit smaller. So no longer will you have to make strip mines everywhere. So this is an abandoned mine shaft. You got these little these wooden pillars and stuff hanging around. We got minecart rails, and we got cobwebs also scattered throughout the place. So here I'm just exploring around. You can see the new stone variants. There's some rails, cobwebs, and over here, here's another generated structure. What I thought was a cave spider spawner, since those are in mine shafts, even though cave spiders aren't in the game, so they're gonna be regular spiders. But this is a dungeon. So dungeons, this is what contains the mob spawners that I told you about earlier, if you did not know that. And as you can see here, I just turned my sound back off. So here are some chests that contain goodies, not all of which are going to be in PC, as well as that bat that's flying around. That is not in Pocket Edition yet. But yeah, these are dungeons. They're mossy cobblestone chests and mob spawner. This one is particularly a zombie, but there can also be spider and skeleton ones as well, I believe. So here you can just see some of the loot in the chest. You're not going to find things such as horse armor and music discs or name tags in dungeons, since those do not exist in Pocket Edition yet. But yeah, that's a dungeon. And then here's the abandoned mine shaft in the Asha. Here I'm basically looking at some other generated structures, which is the desert well, if I believe, which is just these little wells in the desert, as the name implies, and then also strongholds. So that's when I realized, oh crap, I have to find a stronghold now. So that is what the next clip is going to be. So here I'm actually recording on the title screen because I found a seed, and the seed is literally just 4. So if you type in the seed 4 on computer, not Pocket Edition, you'll spawn right next to a stronghold, which is actually pretty darn cool. So here it's just loading in the world. I spawn in, and I look around for it, and you can see the ravine a bit to the left, not right now, but there in that mountain I see it, and I'm like, oh wait, is that it? So I just walk in there, and sure enough, there's a stronghold right there. So strongholds are just these cool little things. Usually they're how you get to the end in PC, but Pocket Edition right now, they're extremely rare to find since there's no Eyes of Enders. But they're just basically these little stone bricks structures on the ground. They're cool to explore. They have chests in them, and this is also where you'll find your silverfish spawner and end portal that does not work. So here I'm just sort of adventuring, and here's the end room, which took me forever to find because it turns out I was not using common sense and using the Eyes of Ender, and as you can see, it was actually blocked off here, so no wonder I couldn't find it. So yeah, as you can see here, there's a silverfish spawner and the end portal frame, which will not work in Pocket Edition, as I cannot stress that enough. And yeah, there's little lava pools, and that's it. That's pretty much it for strongholds, I would say. So yep, here I am checking the generated structures again, making sure that there's nothing that I missed. And yep, so the next section I'm going to be hopping into is the new biomes that were added in since the world generation of the PC was actually imported in the Pocket Edition. So you're going to have all these cool new biomes. So let me just jump into the lava pit, and then it should warp into the next clip where I will start showing you all the awesome new biomes that were added into this update. So here I am, sitting in the water. I guess it's a good time to tell you that ocean biomes and deep oceans, like which are basically just oceans that are deep, have been added in the Pocket Edition. I mean, they were sorta there, but they were sorta not, but now they're like full-fledged, really annoying things, since both aren't in Pocket Edition still. So here's a jungle. This is the first biome I'm showing you. All the jungle leaves will be opaque, so that it won't lag as much. So it's basically a bunch of leaves. You can find melons, you can find cocoa pods, and yeah, here's the next biome. after the jungle, this is the mesa biome. This is where you'll find red sand and stained clay and all that stuff. I actually couldn't fly over this because I was in survival accidentally, but as you can see here, this is basically just a mesa biome. There's different variations, such as ones with like spiky things, but that's all you need to know about the mesa. So here's the plains. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just plains. It's a bunch of flat grassland with a bunch of, like, couple of trees. Here's the roofed forest. This is another new biome from 1.7 in Pocket Edition now. And basically it contains the new dark oak trees along with some big mushrooms, so you don't have to be in the mushroom island to find these mushrooms, which is a pretty cool thing if I do say so myself. And of course there's flowers and stuff. So that should do it for the roofed forest biome. So this is the savanna biome here. And yeah, it has the new acacia trees, it has some cool looking grass, along with a bunch of tall grass too. And if you're into that kind of life, you can reenact some Lion King moments, because, you know, Lion King stuff. Okay, this is the taiga biome. This is where you're gonna find all your wolves, and it's basically like a forest, except it has spruce trees around. And there's a group of wolves I found after a lag spike, and yeah. That's pretty much the taiga biome, as you can see. Got some nice water. This is actually really abundant in Pocket Edition for some reason. Here's the extreme hills. I mean, they're hills and they're extreme. Yeah. Here's my favorite biome ever, the Mushroom Island biome. This is where you're gonna find all your mycelium, and your giant mushrooms, and your regular mushrooms, and your mushrooms. And yeah, so if you want mushroom soup, this is the place to go, even though they are extremely rare, and you will never, ever, ever find one unless you use seed, or if you're extremely lucky. Okay, so here's the forest biome. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory. There's trees everywhere, including this random one that was floating in the air for some reason. And yeah, there's variations like a birch forest too, but I mean, that's pretty boring. Here's the mega taiga, one of the cooler biomes. This is the biome that has a lot of lag. Or that was just me. But it contains the giant spruce trees. It contains the podzol too, along with some grassless dirt and grass in the PC. But in Pocket Edition, you're mainly gonna find just podzol. Oh, and as you can saw there's a moss stone boulder sitting there, so yeah, that should do it for the mega taiga. Here is a swampland. This is where you'll find things such as trees with vines on them, as well as certain flowers, mushrooms, slimes, and Shrek as well. So yeah, there's the swamp. And here's the desert. I mean, is there really much to say about it? It's a desert. This is the ice plains biome. It's pretty boring. It's a plains with ice on top, or snow, I should say. There's also variations such as the snow forest and the snow hills and stuff, but I'm pretty sure you can imagine what those would look like. And here is the last awesome biome I have to show you, which is the ice spikes biome. And this is probably the one I'm going to be surviving in because I really like how it looks with all these ice spikes everywhere, and it uses the new packed ice. I'm not sure if Pocket Edition actually uses packed ice now that I think about it, but you know, it's there. Ice spikes, it's a really cool looking biome. And then here I'm just demonstrating, because this is where I was talking about deep ocean, so if you can imagine this, except on a larger scale, it's going to be an ocean. Not the spikes, but that little puddle I was in. And yeah, okay, so next I'm going to be heading back to my main world to show you some new other features that I missed. So, hello, here I am back in my little dirt house in the thing with my dog Cornelius that I punched out the window earlier, and here we wrote a book called More Features, and that's just going to contain all the features that I missed, and it started to rain again, so I didn't like that. So here I am, I cut back, and so I have the book in my hand, and now I'm going to read you the features that are also in Pocket Edition. The biggest one I missed was infinite worlds. Those are the worlds and they're infinite, so you don't have to stick to the 256 by 256 worlds that we had before. So that's awesome, as well as we got an interact button for milking things and taming things and sitting things and whatnot. Tall grass and ferns spawn naturally. You can also choose the old world generation if you feel like it, if you're not about that infinite kind of life. Ink sacks you can find in village chests. Hostile spawn eggs right into the creative menu. Same with chiseled stone bricks, bowls, bones, and beef. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading this here, because it's on my screen all tiny like. So here I'm just gonna exit out of the book real quick, because I have some stone bricks actually sitting down on my floor, I believe. Yeah. Yes, done. Yes, so there's this chiseled stone bricks, as you can see, sitting next to Cornelius there, and they look pretty cool. So yeah, they're added to the creative menu. So gravel does not fall from spawn anymore. Beds don't restore your health when you sleep in them. Smooth lighting was updated for several blocks, such as glowstone and glass don't have them anymore, making the game look better. So yes, and then they also improved the mob AI as well. And then I should be going on to page numero 2 here. Yeah, so I already mentioned the jungle leaves are opaque to reduce lag. Immersive mode was added for Android so that that little bar on your screen doesn't get in your way. Grass and leaves tint, depending on the biome, which you might have saw earlier. So like you to get different shades of green, and then torches were brighter. And of course you got all your bug fixes that you got there. So yes. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video here. I hope you enjoyed, and that's gonna be Pocket Edition 9.0. If you did like this video, you should make sure to hit that like button, as well as comment what you thought about this video, and tell me what you're most excited for about the new Pocket Edition update. And if you really like this video and want to see more, maybe coming out in the next decade or so, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I might have stuff going on, as well as some random things I post sometime, like I posted a Mario Kart 8 video the other day. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this new update. So yes, I will see you guys next time I decide to actually post something, and I hope you did enjoy this video. So have a wonderful day.